Okay guys, welcome back to another Modern Warfare 3 Zombies video, and today we have got the new FJX Horus SMG in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Spent last night unlocking it, that and the new sniper as well, which I'll be getting a video out on pretty soon. Leveled them both up. We've now got what is going to be the best class in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Of course, we're going to be going into that tier 3 zone, testing it out and hopefully taking it into the dark ether zone towards the end of the game as well. But in the tier 1 zone, it looks like it's going to absolutely melt through zombies with no problem whatsoever, but as we all know, there's no real good test for the tier 1 zone. So we're going to go straight into the tier 2, test it out in there, start pack-a-punching it. As you can see, I've got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 pack-a-punch. I've got legendary aether tools. I've got a mags of holding acquisition. So we can literally max this gun out pretty quickly, get it to the best possible version that it can be, and really start testing it out. I mean, unfortunately, with Season 3, as we all know, there was no new Zombies content as of yet, other than the new guns. We have got to wait till mid-season for that update, which is pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm still going to be making Zombies content nonetheless, and still pumping out the content as much as I possibly can. However, last night, I did play a little bit of Rebirth Island, and I've got to be honest, I had a lot of fun playing it. It was nice to have Rebirth back. I actually enjoyed playing Warzone for the first time in a long time. So if you guys would like to see some Rebirth content on the channel, then let me know in the comments. I will definitely make some if you guys do want to see that. If not, no problem at all. I will stick purely to Zombies content. I am more than happy to do that because I enjoy Zombies. I love playing Zombies, and honestly, it's where I've had the most fun in COD for a little while now. We've got a couple tier 2 zombies in front of us. Let's see what it can do without pack-a-punching the gun. Let's see what sort of damage we are going to be able to do. Alright, so it actually looks like it is going to melt through these tier 2 zombies pretty quickly, to be honest. Doesn't look like it's going to struggle too much. It actually feels very, very viable in the tier 2 zone. The one thing that I will say is only having that 48 round mag being the biggest magazine we can possibly put on the gun is kind of going to be where it lets us down. We could melt through zombies so quickly. The only problem is we are going to run out of bullets very quickly. But I mean, for not even upgrading the gun in the tier 2 zone, it is actually very, very powerful. It seems to do a lot of damage to the zombies and takes them out pretty easily with no real problem. But let's go ahead and just tier 1 pack-a-punch it straight away so we can start seeing what it's going to be like. It is going to change the name of the gun to the Batter Off-Tac. So there we go. We've got a new weapon name, of course, a pack-a-punch in it. So let's find some more zombies and see how much of a difference tier 1 pack-a-punch is going to make. We obviously do now go up to a 96 round magazine as well. And it looks like it's just going to melt through these tier 2 zombies with no problem whatsoever. It literally is just going to eliminate tier 2 zombies, even just being tier 1 pack-a-punch, which is actually kind of crazy at how fast it is taking them down in just the tier 2 zone. So I'm going to try and get the Mimic to come out of this infested stronghold, and then we can hopefully see what sort of damage we can do to a boss zombie in the tier 2 zone. Let me quickly try and find the Mimic wherever it might be. We should be able to take these out with no problem. Yeah, perfect. Let me just try and find the Mimic. Where's it going to be? Okay, so we've managed to get the Mimic. I'm going to run outside just so I can get my gas mask off and then fight this Mimic and see how quickly we can take out a Mimic in the tier 2 zone with this gun being tier 1 pack-a-punch. If it really struggles, what I'll do is just go ahead and tier 2 pack-a-punch it. But I got a feeling it is just going to melt through the zombie with no problem whatsoever. Wow. This gun is very, very powerful. Like, very, very powerful. The fact it just went through a tier 2 Mimic at tier 1 pack-a-punch that quickly is really kind of impressive. I'm not going to lie. Considering this is an SMG, it's not got like the craziest damage profile. Well, it shouldn't anyway, being an SMG. But it feels like it actually does have a very high damage profile. So I'm going to head towards that tier 3 zone as of right now. I mean, why not go straight to there? We will tier 2 pack-a-punch it because we are going to need tier 2 at least in the tier 3 zone. And I'm also going to pick up this ammo crate as well, just to see how much ammo we can actually get in the gun, like in the reserve ammunition, because of course that's going to make a difference when we do put mags of holding on it, because that's the amount of ammo we'll be able to have. So let's pick that up. It looks like we are going to have 720 bullets in the reserve plus the 96 in the magazine. So we're looking at around about 800 plus bullets for this gun, which is actually kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie. One of the biggest magazines and reserve ammos we have seen for a little while on new guns. But, I mean, now in tier 2 zone, we're going to literally melt through zombies with no problems whatsoever. Like, you can see just where they are. This gun's also really good at hip firing. I've not built it to be good at hip firing. It's just got a really nice hip fire on it. So you don't even have to ADS at the zombies. You can quite easily just stand here, hip fire at them, and take them out nice and easily, as you can see me doing right now. The other great thing about this gun is, one, the mobility that it has. It's a really mobile gun. You can get around the map nice and quickly. But also the fire rate on it is ridiculously fast, which is of course going to make taking out zombies so easy in this game. You're going to get through zombies nice and quickly, take them out very, very easily, because again, that hip fire accuracy is so good. The rate of fire is so good. The damage is good on it. Like, as you can see, it just doesn't... Tier 2 zombies don't even stand a chance when you've got this thing at tier 2 pack-a-punch. So we're going to go straight into that tier 3 zone, like I did just mention. Get over there, see what sort of damage we can do to tier 3 zombies, and then we'll start putting legendary aether tools on, and then of course tier 3 pack-a-punching it as well. Okay guys, here we are in tier 3. We've got a couple of zombies around us. Let's see what sort of damage we can do to the tier 3 zombies with this gun just being tier 2 pack-a-punch. Need to be a little bit careful. So it's not going to do the craziest damage. It is going to get through the tier 3 zombies. It's just not going to be ridiculously fast. I need to be very careful. I'm going to end up going down if I'm not careful. I mean, as you can see, you are going to be able to get through the tier 3 zombies. It is going to do the damage. It is going to take them out, but it's not going to be the ridiculously insane damage that we have seen this gun doing. I mean, you can quite easily get through them and take them out, but they are going to get close to you. They are going to do a bit of damage to you. So what I'm going to do is chuck the legendary ether tool on, and then that should make a good increase to the damage that we can do. And then, of course, we will start tier 3 pack-a-punching it down the line as well. So even putting the legendary ether tool on is going to make a nice difference to the damage. As you can see, we are now going to get through these tier 3 zombies at tier 2 pack-a-punch pretty quickly with no real problem. We are going to do really nice damage to the zombies now that we've put that ether tool on it. And I mean, it doesn't matter if you've got a legendary, guys. If you can only get an epic, put an epic on. If you can only get a rare, put a rare on. Of course, the legendary is going to make a big difference. But if you can only put a legendary on, then just go ahead and put a legendary on. My tire has popped on this van, which is not ideal. Okay, guys, so from that little bit of loot there, I actually managed to get a legendary ether tool out of it, which is really nice, which means the one that I've used in this game, I'm just going to be able to replace, which is absolutely perfect. I'm going to go and do this Outlast contract now. But so far, I'm actually very impressed with this gun. Again, it's only tier 2 a pack-a-punch at the minute. We haven't even tier 3 pack-a-punched it. I mean, we might as well go ahead and do that right now, actually. We might as well tier 3 it, make it the best possible version that we can possibly have it at. This is where it's going to do the most damage. This is where it's going to take out zombies really easy and really nicely. Then, of course, I'll look to start getting some bounty targets up and things like that, so we can really start testing the gun and how good it is going to be against the high-value targets, you know, the boss zombies, things like that. But it looks like it's just going to melt through tier 3 zombies now without too many problems, to be honest. It looks like it's going to absolutely fry through them. As you can see, especially when they get up close. Because with this being an SMG, you are going to be doing a lot more damage up close to the zombies than you are at distance, but you should expect that with an SMG. You know, that's how they're all going to play out when you're using an SMG. I mean, even a lot of the ARs are going to do more damage up close in zombies than they are from a distance, so most guns are going to be just like that. But I mean, even to be fair, at like mid-range, you can do decent damage to the zombies as long as you are hitting those crit shots. But I mean, I am very impressed with this gun. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm very impressed at how good this thing is. So it looks like we've got a mangler that's just pulled up. What sort of damage can we do to a mangler? Yeah, no problem for this gun whatsoever. It's just going to absolutely melt through it. No problems whatsoever there. Easily got through that mangler. Just really didn't even stand a chance, to be totally honest. So it looks like it's going to even be good against boss zombies in this game, which is really nice. Because as we all know, you get some guns in zombies that are good against bosses. You get some that are good against zombies. And then you'll get some that are good against both, which is absolutely amazing. It's absolutely perfect. That's exactly what you want from a gun. So I'm doing this spore contract. We've got a mimic that's just pulled up. Let's see what sort of damage we can do to that. I mean, this looks like it's going to melt through boss zombies in the tier 3 zone with no problem whatsoever, to be totally honest. It looks like it's going to do a really good job. But I just have not found a situation yet where this gun just seems a little bit useless, or, you know, doesn't seem to be doing as much damage as you'd like it to do. I'll tell you what, I'm also now going to stick mags of holding on it, because now we can just start spraying all of these bullets through these zombies, and you'll be able to see this is where the gun's going to really thrive. You put mags of holding on it, and just look at this thing go. It's going to tear through a horde of zombies with no problems. Like, that is actually kind of insane at how quickly that's just done that much damage to the zombies. That was actually ridiculous. I've never really seen many guns melt through a tier 3 horde just like that did. Like, it really just melted through them with no problems whatsoever. Done insane damage to it, to be totally honest. And I mean, that's exactly what you want from a gun. That's exactly what you want to see in the tier 3 zone, is a weapon just melting through zombies as quickly as it did. Like, you had a whole big horde of zombies there. It was no problem for this gun at all. It was just actually ridiculous at how fast you could melt through the zombies. So powerful. It's just an insanely good gun. It's got an insane fire rate, as I've mentioned before. Just everything about this gun seems to be pretty much perfect. Like, I couldn't ask for much more. Again, we got a mangler. See how quickly we can take that out. I mean, it's going to drop it so quick. It's just a really good gun. Like, all round, this thing is nuts. It takes down bosses. It takes down regular zombies. It takes down hordes of zombies. It is just a really nice weapon to use. And don't get me wrong, they've added some decent guns into the game recently in terms of zombies weapons, but this just might take the cake, to be honest. It is a very strong gun. It's a very good gun, and I'm a massive fan of how this is playing out so far. So we've got a Mega Abomination here. Let's see what sort of damage we can do to a Meg. I mean, why not try it out a little bit? I would like to take care of some of these zombies real quick, just do some of that damage. Let some of them just get dropped quickly, because, you know, this is a bit of more of an annoying Mega Abomination fight, if you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, because there's just so many zombies that do spawn around here, which is really annoying. So the second head's going to open up. Let's get that one popped nice and quickly. Hopefully we can just start getting some critical shots here. I don't want to waste all of my ammo too quickly on this Mega Abomination. I mean, as you can see, there is a whole bunch of zombies around here, like a ridiculous amount of zombies. It's actually kind of crazy. how many zombies are actually here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Look at how many zombies are on me right now. It's actually ridiculous. Let me pop that down. We can take care of most of them then. Let me get that full armor. And hopefully we can just start taking down the last bit of this Mega Abomination's health. Yep, fire that laser at me. That should do a nice amount of damage. Okay, it's managed to regen its health back. Let's just stand here. We'll firm it as much as it's going to firm my shots. Got it back down to about half health there. Okay, so it's going to fire its lasers one more time. We should be able to get some nice critical shots there. That's perfect. I mean, just need this last head to go. I didn't realize they actually regened that much health when they did, because as you guys saw, it was like basically on no HP and then just got all of its health back, which is kind of annoying. We can stand here, get some critical shots. It is now going to fire its lasers one more time. And if I can get the angle, we should be able to get this Mega Abomination finished up pretty quickly here. I know I've got a bunch of zombies just throwing arms and legs at me. And that should be the Mega Abomination down just like that. I managed to go down at the same time, but we did manage to take down the Mega Abomination. Wasn't too much of a challenge, to be totally honest. And for some reason, my controllers just died while I'm in the middle of all of these zombies, and I don't think I have another self. I wanted that tier 2 Pack-a-Punch crystal, though. I was not letting that go amiss. I wanted that Pack-a-Punch crystal, that is for sure. Nice little bit of loot to come out of the game with. But yeah, we can just carry on taking down all these zombies now. Again, putting mags of holding on this gun made such a big difference to how well it was playing. Like, it was playing really well anyway, but having mags of holding on it has just made it like 10 times better, because we can just literally spray at all of these zombies with no problem. There's a couple times I've looked like going down, but the gun has just managed to clutch up, do the damage it's needed to do, and just take out any of the zombies that are around us. And one thing I have noticed is I don't seem to have been running out of ammo very much, to be totally honest. Like, I've not really been in a situation where I don't have any ammo. So this is my problem with the tier 3 zone. As you can see, there's so many people in the tier 3 zone, and you just can't get your hands on a contract. I'm going to try and go for that bounty target, but I get a feeling someone is going to get there before me, if I'm totally honest. He looks like he's going in that direction. Probably will get there first. There's a couple other people around it that they're going to get to it. So, unfortunately, it can be slightly annoying when you're trying to do tier 3 by yourself. But I know a couple of you guys do want to see me actually playing tier 3 by myself. So, I thought I'd do it in this game rather than join up with other squads. And, yeah, unfortunately, it just doesn't look like I'm going to get too many contracts, too many bounty contracts and stuff like that. Like, that bounty contract probably... actually doesn't look like someone's going to take that bounty contract, so I will now go ahead and get it, because I thought there was going to be 3 or 4 people going towards it. So I might be able to get there and actually get a high value target, and that's when we can really start testing the gun, see what sort of damage it is going to do. But again, as we know, this gun is just going to melt through the tier 3 zombies. It's so fun to use. Like, this is honestly one of the best guns I've used in zombies for a hot minute now. It is an absolutely insane gun. I feel like I could take on the entire world with this gun. It's just so good. So I definitely do highly recommend, if you guys want a new gun to try out. I mean, even if you don't want a new gun, if you just want one of the best guns in the game, I recommend you guys go ahead and unlock this out of the battle pass, and you level it up and use the exact class that I'm using, which I will of course show you guys at the end of the video, because this gun is just feeling very nice. It feels very powerful. So we've got a high value target of a Disciple. Let's see what sort of damage we can do to it. Disciples are kind of annoying, as you guys will know. Disciples can be really annoying to try to take out. So let's just see how we can get on against this Disciple here. Let's stop it trying to heal up. Try and hit those critical shots if I can actually see its head or reach its head. A random Mimic's just rolled up on me, which wasn't quite the plan. But yeah, we can hopefully stop him taking any health from me. Like, this is why I hate Disciples, though, is because they just heal up so much against the normals, against on the zombies. I can't speak English right now, but they just heal up so much. They just do a lot of health from either yourself or the zombies that are around you. But it looks like it's going to do pretty decent damage so far to the Disciple. I'm not going to lie. High value target in the tier 3 zone. Again, I'm all by myself. And I mean, as you can see, it looks like we're actually doing pretty good damage to the Disciple. If we can stop it trying to heal up. Need to be careful on my ammo count. But there we go. The Disciple has gone down. Really wasn't too bad, to be fair. Another tier 2 Pack-a-Punch crystal. I would definitely take that. So yeah, it doesn't do too bad of damage there. Disciples, for me, are one of the most annoying ones to take down. So I'm impressed at how quickly that did actually manage to deal with that Disciple. Wasn't probably the fastest gun in the world. Like, maybe you could have used a gun that might have taken down a little bit quicker. But again, you got to remember, Disciples do get health from zombies. They take health from you. So they can be slightly frustrating to take down. And considering I've done it that quickly on my own, I don't think it was a bad representation of the gun at all. I mean, even look at the damage we can do to that Disciple from actually quite far away. So I know earlier on I said with an SMG you need to be close. I'm going to go down there. I know earlier I said with an SMG you need to be close to the zombies that you're fighting. But to be totally honest, with this gun you don't actually seem to have to be that close. You can do decent damage from quite a far away, to be totally honest with it. It actually felt pretty powerful just then. I know obviously I was using Deadshot Daiquiri to make sure I was locking on the heads and stuff like that. But it was still doing very nice damage. It still took the Disciple out very quickly. It still done really nice damage to it. And again, you can just start melting through these zombies with no problem. Like, it's such a good gun. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It is a really, really nice gun to use within this game. So I think I'm going to try and do my first ever solo Dark Ether run in the new zone. I don't know how I'm going to get on, obviously, with there being a bounty target and stuff like that. I don't know how well that's going to go. Just got to hope it's not the Mega Abomination. If I can get something like a Mimic or a Mangler, we could do it pretty easily. But I'm going to go ahead and try my first ever Dark Ether solo run with this gun and just see how we get on. If I go down once or twice and get through maybe 2 of my self-revives, I might just call it a day, because I have got some legendary Aether tools and stuff like that that I wouldn't mind keeping hold of. But we'll see how we get on once we do go through and just see what sort of damage we can do with this gun in the Dark Ether zone. Okay, so here we are in the Dark Ether zone. Let's see how we can go ahead and get on. I'm really, really hoping this bounty target doesn't go to a Mega Abomination, but because I'm solo, it probably is going to go to it, which is going to be okay. I think I will manage to take it out. There's just quite a lot that does go on with that Mega Abomination, and it is going to be the Meg. That's not quite what I wanted. I really didn't want the Mega Abomination, but it's going to be okay. We'll get over there and do the damage needed. I've just realised my one big problem is I don't have decoy grenades or anything like that to actually help when I'm doing some of these contracts, which is going to be slightly annoying, but we'll make it work. We'll do what we've got to do. Let's let that first head open up. Let me see if I can just get one of its head pop nice and quickly. Hopefully we can. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get that first one down pretty quickly there. We'll use that to try and distract some of the zombies and take some of them out. This is what I'm saying. This is going to be my problem here. There's just a lot that goes on. There's a lot of zombies in this zone when you're trying to take down the Meg, which when you're trying to do this solo isn't exactly the easiest thing to try and deal with, all of the zombies that are around, considering you can't see half of them and I just seem to be running into all of them, which is slightly annoying, but it is what it is. I need to make sure I'm focusing on that Meg. I don't want to let it start regenerating health or anything like that along the way. Looks like we're getting it down to around about half HP though, which isn't too bad. I've just pulled my fist out for some reason. So I've missed it actually firing its lasers and I've ended up going down. So not the ideal start. I mean, this is kind of what I was worried about when I was said about fighting the bounty target by myself. So I normally like to go in with a couple of other people. I'm not too confident in the Dark Ether zone by myself, if I'm totally honest with you guys. Like, I don't really do it very often where I'm on my own. And now I'm glitched into a wall. So this could go south pretty quickly. I'm not going to lie. This could definitely go south very, very quickly if I'm not too careful. So the Meg's just regened all of its health. Do you know what? I'm actually going to cancel that contract. I'm going to be a pussy. I'm going to get out of it and just leave the Mega Abomination alone. I don't really care. It can just do its thing. I'm not interested in fighting it. I got it down to half HP. Ended up going down twice. I don't want to go down and lose everything in the Dark Ether zone, if I'm totally honest, because I do want to see this game out. I've got some decent loot that will help me with some of my other videos that I want to get recorded. So I know, alright, Harry, you're a bit of a pussy. You probably just shouldn't have done that. You probably should just try to fight it. Like I said, I'm not the most confident in the Dark Ether zone by myself. I don't really do it very often. I don't really like taking on the bounty targets in the Dark Ether zone by myself. So if there's anything I can do to improve and make it easier for myself taking them down, guys, please do let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to take your guys' feedback. You guys can help me out where I could actually improve, you know, do some more damage to the zombies, take them out a bit faster. If there's anything you guys can recommend, please do let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm more than happy to take on any advice from you guys that maybe do it solo a lot more often than what I do. But there was just a lot going on there. I'm down to my last 2 self-revives, and these contracts can still be a little bit challenging, but the Outlast isn't too bad, and then the Extractor one, as long as you're getting it done pretty quickly, again, isn't too difficult either. I mean, when it comes to taking out zombies and being in the Outlast zone, like, it's very, very easy just to rip through all of the zombies, take their health down nice and quickly. Like, the zombies don't really stand a chance, but it's only when, like I said, with that Mega Abomination, there was Manglers, Disciples, there was all sorts going on. I mean, even then, I've gone down again. This is a really bad display from me. I'm doing a really bad job in this Dark Ether zone, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying. I thought I might be a little bit better at being a solo, but like I said, I've not done it before solo. But you know, I've done it so many times with teams and like squads and stuff like that. I thought I might have been alright. I thought I might have been able to do it, but it looks like I am going to struggle just a little bit in this Dark Ether zone for some reason. I'm normally okay, but again, like I said, I do normally have the help of an entire squad that is going to be able to help me out and get through the zombies and the bounties and stuff like that a little bit easier. So it's going to be alright. I should be able to get this Outlast finished up. I shouldn't struggle too much here. If I'm not too much of an idiot, I can do this nice and easily, hopefully. And again, I've just ran into absolutely everything, which isn't ideal. I've got literally 4% left, and I've just ran into all the zombies that are here. But I mean, even in the Dark Ether zone, it is going to do enough damage. Like, it is going to do really good damage to the zombies. Like I said to you guys, I am just playing really badly. I don't know what's going on with me today, but it's not going too well. We do actually manage to get another self, which I will equip. So that's going to help us out a little bit. And I'll try and do the extractor contract as well. Again, this one's a little bit more difficult. I've got a monkey bomb. Hopefully my field upgrade will upgrade by then as well. So it'll only be the last one that I might struggle with. I should be able to get the first two done pretty easily if I'm lucky. But again, like I said, if there's anything you guys would do differently in the Dark Ether Zone if you're playing solo and you've got any tips for me, please let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to take on your guys' feedback, take on your advice on what I could be doing better. Because like I said at the start, I've never done a solo run in the Dark Ether Zone, especially the new one. So, you know, if you guys have got anything to advise me on, anything I could be doing better, please do just let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to take any feedback. And to be honest, I felt like I could have taken out that Mega Abomination at the start. I just got a little bit worried about how many self-revives I had. Because like I said, I did want to get out of this game with the loot that I've got. Because I haven't got terrible loot. It's going to make recording some of my other videos a little bit easier as well. So I kind of wanted to actually just manage to complete that contract. But it's not the end of the world. We're going to be okay. We can just do what we got to do. That's now going to be that first one done. Perfect. Just like so. We should now be able to get onto the second ones. Like I mentioned before, it's probably going to be that last one that's going to make me struggle the most, simply because I have nothing to distract the zombies or, you know, to kill the zombies with or anything like that. So we're going to have to get over there, see what sort of damage we can do. Let me just keep running past all of these zombies here. But I mean, as you can see, like even in the Dark Ether Zone, the big hordes of zombies really don't stand too much of a chance against this gun. But I have just cornered myself like an absolute bot, unfortunately. So need to be very, very careful with how I go about this now. I think what I'm going to do is just kill enough zombies so that I can... Oh, there's a nuke there. That's going to be perfect if I can get to it. There we go. I'll also pop that down, and we should be able to get this contract finished up. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Oh, this is annoying. I just need to firm the damage. I need to firm the damage. I need to firm the damage. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down. Okay, so I think we managed to just about get it done. Perfect. There we go. And we don't really get anything for it. We now just need to get out of it. But there you go, guys. That is the new FJX Horus SMG in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies and the Dark Ether Zone. And as you can see, it's a very, very good gun. It's a very viable gun. It's going to take down hordes of zombies really, really nicely. It's going to do good damage to the boss zombies. All round, a very, very good gun. I highly do recommend that you guys do go ahead and try it out for yourselves, because I had a lot of fun using it. I think it's a very, very good gun. If you do want to copy the exact class that I was using, you can see it on screen right now. That is the exact class setup that I was running within this game. But if you guys have enjoyed today's video, please be sure to smash a thumbs up, as it helps me out way more than you can imagine. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, notifications turned on, make sure you do go ahead and do that, as there's plenty of zombies videos on the channel that I think you guys will really go ahead and enjoy. And if you do want to become a member to the channel, which is going to help support me even more, then you can do so by clicking the join button next to subscribe. But don't feel like you have to do that. It does help me out, but I don't expect everybody to go ahead and do that. But let me know what you think to this gun in the comments below, guys. Is it going to be something that you guys go ahead and use? Let me know if you are in the comments. But once again, I do appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one in a bit. Peace.